Man, I was just recording an intro outro for the next making of video, and it's very like scripted, not like super tight, but it's scripted. So and it's to another camera over here, and it's very kind of like on, I had to be like, I feel like I have to be on or whatever. And it's just like, ugh, it's so much nicer doing the podcast because it's just, hey, let's just have a conversation. So with that being said, welcome to, my name's Ben with H90 Productions, and it is time for, I don't really have an intro to this thing. I should probably come up with one, but it feels so canned. I just kind of like rolling into it. But my name's Ben. This is an update for everything that's happening with H90 Productions. This is kind of like the real-time updates podcast, if you will. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff on this channel that kind of takes you back in time. Case in point, that making a video I was just recording. And this is kind of a real time update on what's happening with H90 Productions. And that right now is this Mango scripted audio series project. And I want to welcome a few new subscribers to the channel. It seems that over the last day, really, the last video I posted, which is a short about featuring myself and actor Alexandra Cruz getting through the recording of page 1 on Mango Dead Serious. It's a little short, about 50 seconds long. I posted it on Friday, and next thing I know, I wake up this morning and it's like got like 20,000 views and a bunch of likes and a whole a slew of new subscribers. So welcome to the channel. That's so exciting. And it's perfect because if you like that, then the next making of video I'm posting is actually the full video from that. That clip I pulled is from a longer video, which I'm posting this weekend, and it's all about day 1 of recording with Alex for the role of Dr. Charlotte Fox in Mango Dead Serious. I basically recorded everything. I record everything actually when I'm making this stuff, including Mango 2, which we will talk about. But Mango 1 is Mango Dead Serious, and if you're new here, that maybe is why you're here, because of that little short video. But in the full length video, so that is just a little teaser of it. The full length video, like I show you kind of like I'm on the way to set, what I'm thinking about the day. There's some footage of me kind of setting things up. Then I'll show you some stuff that happens during recording, and then my thoughts after the session. And again, this is day 1 of recording with Alexandra Cruz, who plays the lead role of Dr. Charlotte Fox. And anyway, I just really appreciate the support. It really means a lot. I'm an independent creator, DIY with this whole thing. Of course, the actors involved are also a big part of it. I do hire a few other roles. I work with an illustrator for the artwork. Thank you, Rennie, if you're listening. He's a comic book artist based in Italy. So there are other people involved, but for the most part, H90 Productions is just me. And I take a lot of pride in showing how things are done. I'm not really like at a stage where it's like how-to videos or anything like that. This is mainly just like, hey, this is how I'm doing it. And I hope it helps. And that's a big reason I have this podcast, is to stay connected and stay, keep you guys up to date with what's happening as I'm making stuff. And right now we're talking about scripted audio stuff. Eventually, I would love to make a feature film. Probably not going to have anything to do with Mango Dead Serious unless, and this is a big one, unless I win this contest I just submitted to last month or over the last few months. And I will get to that at the end. You got to remind me, I got to put a note here to talk about that. I will talk about that at the end, but it's the Brass Knuckle Films Best Idea Wins contest. So if I win that, then maybe Mango Dead Serious would be turned into a feature film. But other than that, I do a lot of things on my own here. So if I shoot a feature film, it's going to have to be something that I can actually shoot myself. And that all starts with the writing. And that's a huge reason I've got into these scripted audio series or audio dramas, is because I wanted to make something that I could actually make start to finish. And this was all kind of conceived during the pandemic when live action production went away. I talk about this a lot on in the other podcasts and in the behind the scenes content. So if you've been following along, you're going to be like, dude, I know you talk about this all the time, but there are new people here, so we got to keep them up to date. I'm going to write that. Yeah, okay, I have that note. I want to talk about Brass Knuckle Films because we will get an answer on September 19th, which is like 2 weeks from now. So I'm going to wrap up with that. But first, I want to talk about, actually, let's talk about Mango 1 first, because it's a great segue because of that little clip I posted, and it seems to be kind of taken off or whatever. I say viral. I don't know, like how many views count as viral. I have no idea. And just to be clear, that is not the point. The point of the channel is to show how this stuff is being made. And I'm going to just keep posting whether it gets 100 views or whether it gets 20,000 views. It doesn't matter to me, but it's really cool to see that. Like, I'm super grateful. And it's like kind of terrifying. I'm like, oh my God, it keeps going up and up and up. You know, I think the previous short I had, I think it was maybe 4,000 views, and that was like a big deal. I'm like, holy smokes, is anyone watching this? Look, I guess people are watching it, but I mean, like, look at this, guys. I'm like, wow, this is kind of it's a weird feeling, you know. But there's a lot more to come, so we'll see what happens moving forward with this channel and all this content, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. It hasn't even, like, Mango 1, let's get into it. This next video I'm posting is day 1 of recording with Alexandra Cruz. Like, I'm going to be sharing like more scenes from that day that we recorded, because the video I post it gives you little pieces of the day. It doesn't obviously show you the whole day. The whole day was like 4 hours long, and I'm never going to be showing all of that, but there's so much gold in there to share. If you're a fan of this series, if you like Mango Dead Series, or maybe even if you're not, if you just like making of stuff and like seeing how people are doing things, there's just so much great stuff in there. Interactions between Alex and I, working through scenes, figuring stuff out. So there'll be like a whole nother layer of that, releasing that type of content. But just long way of saying there's just so much to come. And I can't wait to share more. So Mango 1, the next video will be that one. And then the video after that, I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between, should I do another audition video? Maybe John Eddings, who plays the role of Uncle Henry, he had a really great audition experience. That might be a fun one to share. Anyway, I'm not exactly sure which one I'll post after that, but that's an ongoing behind the scenes thing happening with Mango 1, Mango Dead Series. Let's move on to, how are we doing on time? Okay, I try to do this under 10 minutes. It's already 8 minutes, but we had a little welcome there and some other things to address, but Mango 2. So Mango 2, really exciting stuff happening right now. I am deep in post-production. If you're new here, I am deep in post-production on Mango 2. I started writing this in April of 2024. Mango Dead Series was released in February of 2024. I started writing Mango 2 in April of 2024. I went into production earlier this year. Oh my God, it's already September. Yeah, earlier this year, we were recording with the cast of Mango 2. And I've been deep in post-production for the last few months. I'm getting to a point where I am thinking about pickup recordings, which means bringing in actors again who I need to pick up recordings with, because we either didn't get to it on the kind of principal recording stage, which means like the main recording stage, which was earlier this year, or new stuff. There's stuff that there's stuff that I didn't record with actors that I need to record with. And in fact, there's a couple roles I haven't even casted for yet. Maybe 2 or 3 smaller roles. So a lot more information coming on that. Those roles, I might cast those remotely. I might have some fun with that on social media and put out a casting and say, hey, submit here, because the rest of the castings, and if you've been following along, I do them in person. I first do virtual auditions, and then I do in-person callbacks here in LA. I just like, for the bigger roles, being in the room as the actor. I like feeling the energy. I just get a better sense of how we're going to work together. But for the smaller roles, I'm thinking about opening it up because that'd be really cool to work with people who aren't in LA. And I think for the smaller roles, I might be able to do that. And it might even be something where you just record it on your own and send it in. But it'd be fun to get a little direction in there. I like the directing part of it, working with the actor. Going on a wild tangent there, but so Mango 2, I'm getting to a place where I'm thinking about pickups, and which means I'm really feeling good about kind of my first pass of the edit and kind of minimal sound design. And again, if you've been listening, apologies, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but my first phase of this edit is just roughing things in, just getting stuff in, getting the dialogue in, getting enough music and sound effects in there just to feel if the scene's working, and then moving on. Not doing anything super detailed, not doing anything really like layered. And the reason for that is I just want to know that it's working. I want to know that, hey, you know what? Those lines aren't working. I'm going to need to pick those up. And I can record those during the pickup session. Again, there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't actually even recorded yet. And so getting close to that, we'll definitely keep you posted. That's always exciting. So, because it's like, I've been in post-production for so long. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to actually get back in the booth and do some recording. And like, I know so much more now about how Mango 2 is coming together. And it's like, I'm, getting close to starting to think about a trailer also. So as far as a release date, I don't have that in mind yet. I'm really trying before the end of the year, but spoiler alert, that's what this podcast is all about. It's about spoiler alerts. It's like, that's probably not going to happen, because if I don't get it done before November, let's say next month, I mean, this is already just letting the cat out of the bag. November and December are not great months to release something like this. It's just people are out of town, holidays, all that kind of thing. This isn't a blockbuster movie. And if I don't release in November or December, I probably wouldn't release in January, which puts us at like February. I wanted to try to do it this year, but there's just something else I should add. If you're still listening to this and you're new here, H90 Productions is something I do in my spare time. Like, this is my passion project. This is my dream. I have a full-time job. So sometimes work gets in the way and I just lose a week or two. That's what happened actually over the last couple of weeks. It's kind of a balancing act. Like, this is what I do weekend warrior style. And it's exciting. Like, that's why seeing something like that kind of, get some views and get some engagement is like really, really exciting to me. Like, that's like feels amazing, because it's really difficult in the beginning when you're trying to post this stuff and you really have to be consistent with it. And it's so hard to give up in the beginning, because you're like, oh my God, this got 100 views and I spent like, a week editing this video. There's still videos on my channel. You can check it out. Like, some of these making of videos, there's like 20 views on them. But the important thing for me to remember, and this helps me to say it out loud, is that like, I'm not trying to create a channel that's like clickbaity or trying to just drive views and engagement. That's not what it's about. It's to have a place where if you experience and you listen to Mango Dead Serious or eventually Mango 2 and you want to know more, you can come to the YouTube channel or the social media channels and learn a lot more about it. Like, that's the point of it. So I have to remind myself of that all the time. It's like, oh, that video is sitting there with 20 views and I spent a week working on it. It's like, you know what? That's not really the point. It's like, this is the long game. This is the long game of something like YouTube or just, I don't like saying YouTube because it makes it sound like I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. I'm not. I'm trying to promote the projects that H90 is making. And the projects right now are the scripted audio series, Mango 1 and Mango 2, and then eventually Mango 3. Spoiler. It's all part of the marketing and promotion strategy. I work in marketing. I work on a marketing team producing video content. And the thing I've learned over my last 9 years of working at this company is like, your product can be amazing. Your thing you're making can be amazing. And this includes your movie, or, if you're a chef at your restaurant, whatever, it can be amazing. But if you're not marketing it properly and you don't have a strategy and you're not thinking about that, it doesn't matter how good your product is. And in fact, you can have a shitty product and really great marketing and it's going to blow up. It's kind of it's kind of fucked up, actually, if you think about it. But and I think it's incredibly hard for artists too to think that way, because like that's the last thing I want to think about is like marketing something, right? Like I just want to make the thing. But I feel fortunate to have a marketing experience where I've seen something go from, you know, it wasn't marketed great to boom, wow, this is how you do it. And I've learned so much from that. And I'm definitely applying that to what I do. And that means, hey, all this video content, 2-3 videos a day on YouTube, on social media, like that's marketing. It's not trying to build a social media presence. That's the last thing I want, actually. Like, and even to be completely honest, doing this podcast is not easy for me. It's not easy for me to get up here and jump in front of the mic and start talking about this. Once I get going, I feel a little more comfortable with it. But it's, I want to, I'm not doing this to be seen. I'm doing this to be understood. You know, I want people to know how this is being made, because it would make me sad if you looked at this and you thought, oh, there's a whole crew or team behind this. And that would be flattering, because that means there's some sort of production level going on there, you know, production quality going on there. But it's really a DIY thing. And which is a perfect segment. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up because I forgot that I have been following the U.S. Open, and Jannik Sinner is playing Carlos Alcaraz. I almost said Alcatraz. I am from the Bay. I went to Cal. Carlos Alcaraz in the men's U.S. Open final. Women's final was yesterday. Sabalenka, incredible. Anisimova, that was just like, what a gutsy performance after what happened in Wimbledon. Anyway, getting too much into tennis and sports here, but filmmaking's a team sport, by the way. I really believe that as a kind of a sports fan, filmmaking is also a sport in its way, in its own way. I kind of think of it like, it's almost like a baseball team. You have different players doing different things, hair and makeup, cinematography, actors, directors. They all have their different specialties, but you come together for a cause, to make something beautiful, to make something great, and to share it. Segueing into DIY, you know, this is how I've kind of done things for a long time. And one of the inspirations was Robert Rodriguez, the filmmaker Robert Rodriguez, and his book Rebel Without a Crew, which really inspired me early in my filmmaking career. And it's all about how he made El Mariachi, selling his body to science, which I'm not doing, but, filming it all himself, just basically not asking permission, just going and doing it. Like, you know what? You're not going to let me make a feeture film? All right, I'm going to do it on my own. So that's been in my mind for a very, very long time. And the reason I'm talking about Robert Rodriguez is because he started a film company with a partner, and the film company is called Brass Knuckle Films, and it is all about making action movies. They've started a contest. You can invest in the company, and you could. A few months ago, I get a little tongue tied here, getting a little excited about it. They put on a contest called "The Best Idea Wins," and if they're looking for ideas for action movies, and if your idea wins, they will make it into an action movie. And there was round one, which was a written submission. Got through round one. Round two is a video submission. I just submitted that. It's going almost, 2 weeks ago now. And then on September 19th, they will announce the winners. And as I understand it, there will be 20, not winners yet, but winners from round two, which will advance into round three. And round three is they will pick the top 20 submissions, and those round two winners. Oh, I love it when the dolphins come on. The dolphins. I have a dolphin screensaver. And I have 3 screens here. It feels like I'm in an aquarium. They will take the top 20 round two winners, and you make it into round three. And round three is a 10-minute Zoom call with Robert Rodriguez and his team. So I've made the video. It's submitted. I spent a lot of time on it. Again, this is one of these things where it's like, oh my God, I spent all that time. Who knows what's going to happen? But even if it doesn't make it in the round 3, I will still share it. It's a lot of fun. It helped me kind of wrap my head around Mango Dead series even more, what it was, what it meant, what it could be. So very exciting stuff there. And I think that's going to be it for this update. I really appreciate you listening and following along. There's so much more to come, and I will see you in 2 weeks with another update. And that's going to be right after the decisions come in from the Brass Knuckle Films contest on round 2. They're going to make the announcement on the 19th, and I think, if I'm remembering correctly, what's the calendar? I think, let's see, September 19th. Yeah, I would be sharing another podcast here in 2 weeks on the 21st. So I will have news either way. And maybe I'll share the video at that time, the video I made. It's like a 2-minute little promo video. Anyway, I will talk to you then. Have a great couple weeks, and stay posted. Stay posted. Stay tuned. There's a lot more coming. There's a lot of videos happening over the next 2 weeks. So that's it. Stay safe. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.